It's not Royal Enfield. If any of you thought Royal Enfield couldn't handle some sand and dirt, you were dead wrong. Hello, Fuzzy here. We are here with Todd Zika and his beautiful Royal Enfield 2018 Royal Enfield Himalayan. And this bike has had a lot done to it. Notice the red shock in the bottom. Beautiful pipe. This is your toy, huh?
Yep.
This is the one you do everything on.
That's my dual sport rig.
Yes.
Yep.
Absolutely gorgeous. Well, let's start with the engine. It's a stock engine, right?
Yes.
You put this
Delcovic 9-inch exhaust.
Say it again.
It's a Delcovic 9-inch exhaust.
And you were telling me the whole thing, everything came with it. Just
yes. When you buy a Delcovic exhaust, it comes with the connection to go to the stock header pipe, and then it also comes with the gasket. Because most likely you'll end up tearing up the gasket on a factory exhaust when you change it out.
Right, and you got the shorter one because you didn't want the overhang and the extra weight hanging past the lever connector.
Yep, it would seem to wiggle up and down here because of the leverage. And yep. Kind of. This is a pretty off-road rig for me. I probably shouldn't do what I do with it, but
hey, that's what it's for, right?
Yeah.
You're telling me you're denting this up and
yeah,
that's
customized it, I guess you'd say.
Yeah. You had some work done and they went to put it back on and the bolt holes wouldn't quite line up right. Good thing you had it, huh?
Yeah.
You've got the cover on the oil guard as well.
Yep, those are from the skid plate, and the guard are from Happy Trails.
Right. That's really quite a skid plate too.
It is.
All aluminum. Happy Trails. And then you've got this guard on the
Yep, that's actually from a Continental GT.
Oh really?
Yep. They didn't really make them back then when I bought it, and I researched it and I guess it fit. So
right.
Stuck one on there.
And you've got these beautiful pegs that twist.
Yep, those are pivot pegs. Yep. Those are a must-have as far as I'm concerned.
I keep hearing that from a lot of people. I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up with a set myself. And what kind of tires are you running?
That's a Kenda Trackmaster.
Yeah, Trackmaster right there.
Works really good off-road, which I like to ride in the sand, mud, gravel roads.
You bumped that up a little bit too, right?
Yes.
130 by 90?
Yep.
And then on the front, and you were telling me you really love this tire.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a good road tire. It's actually got 800 miles on it, believe it or not.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, people aren't going to believe me, but I run the same tire on my KTM 300 XCW. And it actually works pretty good. It dances around on the highway, but just let it do its thing. It's fine.
And that's a Shinko.
MX 216.
Okay.
It's actually DOT approved.
Amazing. Remove the front fender. Put the risers on.
Yep. You should still, even if you remove the front fender, still put the risers on.
I agree with that.
If you get in any kind of mud.
Right. And it looks good. You added this, the graphics?
Yes, the graphics from Maya Stickers.
Right.
You can order any different colors you want. They got all these different colors. I like orange. I'm kind of an orange freak.
I noticed your truck.
I have an orange Ram. Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
While we're up here, we'll talk about the mirrors.
Yep, those are just some Ram mount mirrors.
Right.
Yep. The reason I got those because, well, I broke the factory ones off on trees.
Ha!
And I bought these.
Right.
I can fold them up out of the way when that's a spare key.
Right. And then of course these, I can't say this word.
Cherbys.
Cherbys.
Yep. Hand guards.
Right. And they look like
they're bent up.
Yeah, they've seen some use.
Yeah.
A good product, obviously. And then you've got this mount here.
Src GPS mount.
Oh, this.
No,
Oh, this?
Yep, this is the Src GPS Mount.
Right.
They come in silver and black.
Right.
So I chose a silver one because I didn't want it to look like there was anything there.
Sure. Disappear in the, yeah, disappear into
Helps
the...
it maybe disappear quicker.
And then the phone mount, the RAM mount again.
RAM mount.
And then you've raised your bars and replaced your bars. You put a different set of bars in?
The factory silver ones are, I've seen guys break them off.
Right.
So I went and put these from Royal Enfield on. Baxter cycled to death for me. And then the reason I had to put the bar risers on because I got the KYSS.
Yep, that's
preload adjusters, needed room for those.
Yeah, we're going to get to that hot rod suspension. And then of course we've got this power port.
Just a USB port.
Okay, let's go to the front suspension. YSS?
It's YSS, yep. Yep, spring with preload adjusters, and I got 10 weight oil.
It's, yeah, it's usually 5 weight, right? So you went with the 10 weight oil.
Yep.
And then of course you got these, so you can adjust them.
Yep, preload adjusters, yep.
Preload adjusters. I drove a bike, well, it didn't have the preload adjusters, but it had the different springs. It was really made a lot of difference. I haven't ridden this one yet, but and then here's the real beauty. Well, that's really nifty too, by the way. But
yes, the YSS rear shock.
Yeah.
I got it in its lengthened position.
Okay.
Yep. So you can the heim joint on the bottom. You can unscrew it and retighten it. You get a little bit out of it, maybe ½ inch.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I did not know that. Okay.
And then I just left everything set up from the factory, and I'll break it in good, and then I may or may not need to adjust from there.
Right. Right. Headlight cover, which by the sounds of it, you need it.
Yep.
That's like an honor thing. Did you do any custom seat?
Yep, seat concept seat.
Right.
Yep, I'm 6'1" at 34-inch inseam, so it makes it nice.
Absolutely.
Opens up the cockpit.
You bet. You bet. Did you do any like power plug or any of that stuff?
No.
You didn't need to.
Nope.
Yep. Hey, there goes a neat little race bike. Well, it's a good looking machine. Just absolutely gorgeous in every way.
Yeah, I got a few customizations on the tank.
Yeah.
Scratches.
Special.
Yeah.
Personalizations.
It's been on its side a few times.
And you're pointing out to me, and I can see it, how this opened up when you did the suspension change.
It does. The springs really hold the bike up higher in the stroke.
Right. Same bike. And this too has the metallic pads.
Yes. Yep.
You're a believer in those, you were telling me, and I can see why. I'm really impressed with the exhaust too. That's Delcovic. Relocated your license plate up here.
Yep. Yeah.
Remove this.
Oh, it was just hold mud.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah.
You were showing me how neat a cut and everything was you did to do it. Oh, and you put the larger sprocket or the smaller sprocket.
So factory comes with a 38 tooth rear. I put the 48.
Oh, you changed it on the back.
Yep, I changed it on the back.
Interesting.
The reason I changed it on the back is because if I want to go with the smaller front later,
you can do it.
I can.
Yeah.
So you got to buy a new chain when you do the back.
Sure. Okay, that's the first one I've seen where they changed the back one.
And it'll comfortably do 70.
Yeah, we were doing 70 coming here. What were you tacking when you were doing that?
I wasn't hitting 6 yet.
Oh, well that's still pretty good.
Yeah, it's still up there. But
yeah, these red line.
Better 65.
Right. Good looking motorcycle. Take a look at that, guys. And take a look at that one too. All right, well thank you, Todd, I appreciate it. Y'all get out there and ride. Yahoo! We are on a Royal Enfield Himalayan from 2019. It's been modded out. It's got some nifty tires. It's got an incredible suspension. Oh yeah, It's got good feel, the suspension. YSS, front and back, adjusters on the front. The rear is adjustable too. The tires are knobbies, and they're very interesting for me anyway. He's got the tall seat. He's also raised the handlebars. He's 6'1". I think I'm 5'9", maybe. I used to be 5'9". I love the way I'm bouncing up and down. I just love the way it feels. It's not an uncontrollable thing. It's a very, it feels good. He's got the, I can't think of what they're called, but these foot pegs that when you stand, they tilt. The tilting foot pegs. They're also a wider surface area, which is the Royal Enfield stock foot pegs. Look at that beautiful rock there. Stock foot pegs I think are very good, but these are actually, they are much better. And when you stand, they kind of pivot. They're pivoting foot pegs. The vibration is probably coming from the tires. He's got a GoPro mount up here, GPS mount, RAM for the phone. It's got different mirrors. I've really considered getting a pair of these. These beautiful hand guards. My God, his compass works. That's amazing. My compass does not work. He's added graphics to the tank and front fender. It's got a power port. I better pick it up the pace or he's going to leave me in the dust. Like I said, he's got the custom high seat. It is a very comfortable seat, by the way. It seems wider than the one on my bike for sure. Beautiful Nebraska, guys. Isn't that gorgeous? I think I said it already. The handlebars are an aftermarket bar. Added this fork brace. Removed the license plate or relocated it. Removed the bracket. The bike has a good sound. I like it. I think he was telling me the exhaust was around 200. It does feel more powerful. He's got a larger rear sprocket on the bike, which will give it a lot more torque. And I was out in the boonies the other day on a Jeep trail on my bike, and the gearing just wasn't low enough. So that's a definite plus. At 55 on the speedometer, we're wrapping about 4,500. So he's about 400 or 500 RPM less than mine would be. I mean, more than mine would be. As far as handling goes, the bike is taller. I don't think that really is affecting the handling so much as the tires are different than what I have. And they're more of an off-road tire. And it's just different. It's not a dangerous feeling handling or anything. It's just a different handling. This is more of a real dirt bike, guys. Beautiful motorcycle. Royal Enfield, like I said earlier, Royal Enfield, I've said it 100 times, they have just hit the ball out of the park with these bikes that they've got right now. The Interceptor 650 that's ahead of us, this Himalayan right here that I'm sitting on, the new Meteor that's the 350 entry-level bike they have, which is just a gorgeous little cruiser. Just absolutely phenomenal motorcycles. One of the big selling points for me with the Himalayan was its simplicity. Easy access to the engine, 2 valves, single cylinder with 2 valves, 5-speed gearbox, chain drive, everyth's easily accessible. You can change your oil and adjust the valves within an hour, within 1 hour easily. These bikes are ultimate, they're the ultimate customization machine. There's all kinds of aftermarket product out there for them. And and they lend themselves to it so well. I love the sound. Listen to that, guys. I'll pop my helmet open. Yep, I see the sand. It's a nice day here in Iowa, so we've got bikers everywhere. I'm standing on my tiptoes, but it's not uncomfortable. Let's talk about the differences between this motorcycle and mine. Well, basically the same bike, right? 411cc, single cylinder, produces about 25 horsepower. Yeah, that's true. However, this one's got the exhaust system on it, so it has a different sound. It's got the larger gear on the rear end, so it's got a little more torque, a lot more torque feel. This would be a great off-road bike. He's got the really nice suspension, which on this road here is perfect, beautiful, made for off-roading. He's got the knobby tires, which are a little buzzy on the ride, but that's okay. They handle very well. I haven't, you know, I've ridden dirt bikes that you just don't want to drive on the highway, and this is not one of those kind of bikes. His compass works, mine doesn't. He's got a high seat. You know, I'm not a tall person, but I do like the high seat. The raised bars, I like that as well. This bike is oriented more towards the off-road, but it's certainly comfortable on this kind of road. I'm going 65 and I'm tacking, looks like about 5,500. Just touching 70, just under 6,000 RPM, 58, 5,900 maybe. So the lower gearing, it's got the bar, you know, these guards, and of course the better mirrors over stock. I like it. A couple things about this motorcycle. Let's start with the transmission. Like all Royal Enfields, it's a very smooth, very easy transmission. It goes in and out of gear flawlessly. The clutch, it feels like a small clutch, but it's a very well-performing clutch, very good performing clutch. I would say every Royal Enfield I've driven has got a good transmission, good clutch feel, good all that stuff. The other thing that I'd like to talk about is the handling of this bike. I've driven it about 15 miles, all of it in town, all of it on pavement, and some pretty rough road. I would say that for a dirt bike on pavement, this thing handles incredibly well. He's got the YSS front suspension that's adjustable. He's got the rear suspension YSS also. That too is adjustable. The bike's been raised. He's got these nifty pivoting pegs and a tall seat. He's got the raised handlebars, and he's got the bigger tire on the back. And all of this adds up to a bike that performs very well, handling wise. You know, it's very comfortable. I like what he's done with it, and I think that it feels very comfortable in town. I can only imagine what it's like on the dirt.
Todd's got some motocross skills.
One more thing, we didn't mention this earlier. The bike has heated grips. I was just sitting here messing around, looking around things, and noticed the buttons over here and the cord over on my buttons on the left and the cord on my right for the grip. Listen to that transmission shifting down. Just very smooth, very good feel. Just absolutely amazing. I like it. I love how tall it is.
Huh?
I love the height.
Yeah.
I really do. And the feel of the suspension, even in town, you know, it's just spectacular. As we close in on Todd's house, I'd like to thank him for letting me ride both of his motorcycles, the beautiful 650 Interceptor that he's on in front of us, and this gorgeous Himalayan that I'm standing on right now. I'm standing on the foot pegs. Oh, I love this bike. He's done good work with both of them. The Himalayan is modded out to all ends, suspension and everything. That Royal Enfield Interceptor with that pipe, I just love that pipe. It's just a beautiful thing, but I appreciate him letting us do this today. Thank you, sir. Everybody else, you all get out there and ride your motorcycles, enjoy life, it's short. Get out there and ride. Wahoo!
Damn bike sounds like a tank. Royal Enfield. Doing very well today, actually. Todd's got some motocross skills.